Since 2020, the Longines Spirit collection has been the brand's modern vision of a pilot's watch, a perfect blend of retro styling and contemporary specs. Over the past few years, we've seen the Spirit family grow into a complete lineup with multiple case sizes, complications, and even lightweight chronographs. But just when we thought Longines had shown us everything, they've surprised us again. Today, we're taking a closer look at the new Longines Spirit Pilot and Spirit Pilot Flyback, two compact, streamlined models that refine the Spirit concept in ways that are subtle on paper, but dramatic on the wrist. Let's start with the more traditional model, the new 39mm Spirit Pilot. At first glance, it might look familiar, but there are several key updates. The case has been slimmed down to 39mm in diameter and 11.5mm in thickness, with a shorter 47.2mm lug to lug. That's about 2mm more compact than the 40mm version, and on the wrist, it makes a world of difference. The sharp case lines, brushed and polished surfaces, and screw-down crown remain, along with 100 meters of water resistance. But the solid steel caseback has been upgraded to a screwed design, adding durability. Now, the real story is on the dial. Longines has gone back to basics. No more date window, no more 5-star logo. Instead, you get a clean chronometer officially certified line at 6 o'clock. The matte black dial has a more refined railroad-style minute track, gilt numerals and hands for warmth, and improved legibility. It feels purer, more focused, almost like a stripped-down tool watch from the golden age of aviation. Inside, it runs on the Longines exclusive L888.4 caliber, with 72-hour power reserve, silicon hairspring for anti-magnetism, and COSC-certified chronometer. And as always, it's versatile. You can choose between a steel bracelet, a brown leather strap, or a green textile-style rubber strap, all with quick release and micro-adjustable clasps. Pricing starts at €2,600 on rubber, €2,700 on leather, and €2,950 on steel. For a Swiss chronometer certified pilot's watch, that's strong value. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the Spirit Pilot Flyback Chronograph. Longines actually invented the flyback chronograph back in the 1930s, so this complication is part of the brand's DNA. Previous Spirit flyback models were solid watches, but they were big. At 42mm wide and 16.5 to 17mm thick, they were large, and not every wrist could pull them off. This new 2025 edition changes everything. Thanks to a switch to a hand-wound movement, the flyback has been slimmed down dramatically. 39.5mm in diameter, 13.4mm in thickness, and just 47.4mm lug to lug. That's a huge improvement, and it finally makes the Spirit flyback wearable for almost any wrist. Even with the smaller case, Longines has added a rotating ceramic bezel with a countdown timer, a vintage-styled box sapphire crystal, and, despite not having a screw-down crown, it's still rated to 100 meters. The dial mirrors the time-only Spirit Pilot, matte black, no date, gilt accents, and a 2-register layout that feels more balanced and charming than the larger automatic version. It's clean, it's functional, and it's gorgeous. Flip it over, and through the sapphire caseback, you'll see the Longines calibre L792.4. This is a heavily modified hand-wound Valjoux base with a column wheel for smoother chronograph actuation, a flyback function, a silicon hairspring for anti-magnetism, 68 hours of power reserve, and of course, COSC certification. This is a movement that bridges practicality with heritage, and for collectors, the hand-wound action adds a welcome touch of old-school charm. The new Spirit Pilot Flyback is available on steel or leather, priced at €5,400 on bracelet and €5,150 on leather. So what do these two new Spirit models mean for Longines? Well, in short, refinement. The 39mm Spirit Pilot shows that Longines has been listening. People wanted a cleaner, more compact, no-date pilot's watch, and they delivered. Meanwhile, the Spirit Pilot Flyback may be the most exciting addition to the entire collection so far. By downsizing, slimming the case, and making it hand-wound, Longines has turned what was once a niche piece into something that appeals to a much wider audience of collectors and enthusiasts. Both models carry the same DNA: aviation spirit, chronometer precision, and vintage-inspired design, but in a more wearable, more streamlined package. At these price points, Longines continues to punch well above its weight. Now, the big question for you: would you choose the time-only Spirit Pilot or go straight for the Flyback Chronograph? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear which one speaks to you more. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next watch review.